Good morning and welcome to day 4 of Script Gym. Today's Friday, May 31st, the last day of May 2024, and this is day 4 when we're going to be discussing pitching, which you're going to do next week. We'll start with the quote of the day. If you don't believe in what you're pitching, neither will the one that you're pitching to. And that is a quote from Script Gym. And it's true. You have to have absolute confidence and belief in what you are pitching. And you will be pitching, of course, your script ideas. So this is class 4. It's asynchronous, as you can guess. And this will be the pattern on Wednesday and Fridays. We'll be meeting in person on Tuesday and Thursday. And then Wednesday and Fridays, I'll put up a video which will mirror the same things that we do in class. So the first thing you want to do is a warm-up. It's a guided meditation, and it's a good thing to do at the end of the week just to clear your head. Not that we'll do it every Friday, but several Fridays. I think it's a good idea. Just sort of let all the thoughts of the week and all the things going on in your head just release. So there's a link to that. It's about 10 minutes, and it's really energizing for you. And now we go on to the writing exercise. I want you, of course, to take 10 minutes and convince someone of purchasing something or taking time out of their day or night to watch something. It could be to see a movie or your favorite TV show, or eat at a particular restaurant that you love, or become a vegetarian or a vegan even, to follow someone on social media, to make a recipe. Whatever it is, it's something you believe in and you want to convince them, again, with total confidence and belief, to maybe something they don't believe in or are unaware of. And essentially what you're doing with pitching is solving a problem. So in a sense, you're giving them something that you enjoy, that you love, that you're passionate about, and that hopefully they will be as well. Again, remember, whatever it is, you're selling it, selling the idea of it with confidence and a belief in what you're pitching to them. So take 10 minutes, pause the video, and come on back, set a stopwatch and really do, it'll help everything else that you're doing. Okay, so welcome back. And now we get on to the short lecture, which is about pitching. So I have if you'll notice on Canvas, I have 7 steps to a successful pitch, to a great pitch. I didn't come up with it. Michael Haug came up with it, and I've actually done a couple of seminars with him. And he has listened to thousands of pitches, as I've listened to quite a few in my time as well. And I feel like his 7 points really do get to the heart of the matter. So number one, never try and sell your whole story. I think one of the problems people have when they pitch is they don't know when to stop. They just keep going and tell the entire story. You just want to hit the bullet points. And that's probably the biggest, I want to say error, but the biggest stumbling block people have, because you'll lose interest. The person will lose interest in what you're talking about. You have really about 60 to 90 seconds. So time yourself and really try and get to the heart of the matter. I'll go over what points you do want to hit, but in doing so, you don't want to tell everything. In fact, you want to leave them wanting more. You want to leave them maybe with a cliffhanger, or you have to watch the movie or have to read the script, to really get an idea of how it's going to resolve. Number 2, again, focus on revealing the essential elements of your story. They're the key questions that a buyer, producer, whomever would be interested, that you want to answer for them. Who's your hero or protagonist? What's the character's everyday life? Because the way scripts usually start is you show someone in their world, and ideally that world is about to change. What will we feel empathy for this person towards your hero protagonist or not? What opportunity is presented to the hero at, say, the page 10 point of the script that'll really get the story going? What new situation are they going to end up in? What's their outer motivation? On are we rooting for them? What conflict? Remember, I talked on Thursday all about conflict. You have to have conflict throughout. character wants something, something is preventing them. Either it's an internal conflict, something, a fear, or whatever it might be, or a disease, or it could be an external conflict. It could be another person that's causing the conflict, whatever. Are there two antecedents? Are there two movies that, that you could compare it to? Because producers really like that. It's this kind of mixed with this, and then that gives them a handle on, oh, okay, now I can visualize it because it's been made. Number 3 is a great tip. Sometimes tell them how you came up with the idea. Ideally it's maybe something personal, your grandfather, it's his story, or, a relative told you this, or you read it one day, or whatever it been. How did you come up with the story? And then you're grabbing them early on emotionally. You don't want to necessarily lead with your title. Hi, this is my script, it's this, and then your log line. You can say, I was reading about the troubles going on in wherever, and it really, affected me deeply. I read about a woman and her mother, and they were this, that, and the other. And then you can get into it. You're drawing them emotionally, and also it's why you're passionate about the story as well. Again, like I told you, leave the buyer in suspense. Don't give them, if it's a mystery, you don't want to tell who actually did it. You want to keep them somewhat in the loop, but in the distance as well. So, number 5, finish your description with the title and the log line. You finished, you tell your pitch, you've done your spiel, and then you say, this is the name of the script, and this is the log line, thank you. And then you say, are there any questions? Because chances are they will have questions. Make sure and answer each one of them, succinctly, but, show them the respect, whoever you happen to be pitching to, and answer the questions. Succinctly, but make sure and answer all of them. And that's really the main gist of it. So for those who aren't familiar with what a log line is, you're going to be doing what's called a one sheet. This will be your assignment, which I'll go over a little bit later. But you're going to be doing a one sheet, which is like a 1-page pitch for each one of the ideas. You're going to be doing at least 2 ideas. I want you to have, the one that you probably really want to write, and also have a second one ready to go. When you have these meetings, trust me, they will ask you, do you have a second one? So be prepared. And you will do a one sheet for each one of them. And on the top of the one sheet, you'll have your name, and you'll have the log line. And a log line is a 1 to 2 sentence brief synopsis of your script. You wouldn't necessarily have your character's name in it, but you would say a stock trader discovers something or other, and which leads to whatever. It's the basic story of your script in a sentence, or maximum 2 sentences. Okay, so those are the 7 main points, and definitely go over those points. They're on the discussion board, and just practice. That's the best thing I can say to you, is just practice your pitch, practice in front of your friends, practice in front of a mirror, practice in front of a tape recorder, whatever it is, go over it so you're really comfortable, because you're going to get nervous. Pitching in front of people. You will get nervous, and you want to make sure that you have that idea down. And remember, you're there to solve their problem. People want you to be good. People want your idea to be great, and for them to buy it. Obviously, we're not going to be buying your script, but you want us to really be drawn to it. So after that comes the workout, which we're building on 2 days ago, which now you do 15 jumping jacks, 12 standing crunches, which is your hands behind your back, you're standing up and you're bringing your knee to your elbow, and you do 1 to the right, 1 to the left, and that counts as 1. And you're going to do 12 of those. Then you're going to do 12 squats. A squat is just a deep knee bend. You can put your hands on your hips, you can put your hands forward, and you're going to go down almost like you're sitting, and then up. And you're going to do that 12 times. Then you're going to do 2 burpees with jumps, which is going into plank from a standing position, going into a plank, kicking your feet out behind you into a plank. and then back up, your knees up, and then do a jump. And you do that twice. Then you finish with, you're up to 8 push-ups. Remember, down 2, up 2. You can do it any position that you want with your hands. If you have to go on your knees, go on your knees. Okay, finally, the assignment is develop a pitch for at least 2 ideas that you have for a feature script that you're going to write. Come up with a log line for each of those ideas and come with a pitch on paper, which is the one sheet that I was talking about. And it's a 1-page breakdown of your story and how you're going to pitch it. It could be some bullet points, it could be however you want to pitch it. And submit these one sheets or pitches on paper. It'll be called pitches on paper on the assignments. You'll see it on assignments. It'll be due Tuesday at 9 o'clock, class time. So come on time, make sure you're on time, and come and be ready to pitch, because I can't wait to hear your ideas. Have a wonderful weekend. I am Robert Naturman, and if you have any questions, do not hesitate to contact me. And you'll see me on Monday. Monday, I'll give hopefully inspirational little talk about what lies ahead for the week. So make sure to watch that. That'll be out Monday at 9 o'clock. Okay, guys, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you you'll see me on Monday, and then I'll see you in person on Tuesday.